Okay, you guys, I'm back with part 2 of my shoe series. You know how I feel about shoes. You know how I have a love affair with shoes. But as we get older, it gets a little bit more complicated. We have some more issues. We have other things to take into account. So today, in part 2 of my series on shoes and on finding the perfect shoe and the perfect brand for every woman, I'm going to dive into all of the foot issues and the fit issues that we have over 50 and help you find the perfect shoes for you. So welcome. If you're new here, my name is Netta. I'm a personal stylist and everything I do is designed to help you build a wardrobe that you love because I want you to look and feel your best every single day. So I do have my modern classics wardrobe guide. I will pop that up here so that you can grab that. But that's going to give you like the list of the shoe styles that you need for spring, as well as a list of the clothing and a list of everything else that you need for spring. So definitely check that out. But today I really want to dive into shoes. I did the first part of this video, I did like my favorite comfort brands. And these are brands that myself and my clients that we've all relied on over the years. These are brands that are style first, and then they make them comfortable. And that's always my encouragement. It's let's find shoes that are beautiful and find them so that they fit and so that they're comfortable. So today I'm going to talk about shoes that fit all of the feet, all of the sizes and all of the widths. And I'm also going to talk about shoes that address the variety of foot problems that we can have over 50. So in every shoe category or every size, fit or foot issue category, I'm going to try to do a dress shoe, a sandal, and a sneaker. That's my goal for each of these categories. And truly, I was like encouraged by how many options there are out there. Is there something for somebody with 974 feet problems? Maybe not. There's so many specific foot issues that that's going to be beyond the scope of any one video, but I really did a deep dive into shoes. I have at this point 60 pages of notes on shoes, and so I really tried to find something that was going to check at least one of the boxes for every one of you. So at the end of the day, there's always a custom option, and although that sounds really like maybe high maintenance and really super expensive, they're surprisingly affordable. And if you have 974 fit issues and you wear a size 2 double wide or whatever, like if your feet are just really hard to fit and are very challenging, consider brands that do custom sizing. So Girardi is one that has come up again and again in my searches. I had a pair of custom made shoes from Sumi Sura that I love. So it's not as ridiculously priced as you think. And if you're just going to invest in a couple of great pairs, that might be all you need to check all the boxes for you. Okay, let's start with larger feet. So by large, I'm talking about length. I'm talking about feet that are above the standard length of 5. So standard shoe sizes range from about 5 to 11. So if you go to like a regular department store, a regular shoe store, they typically start at a size 5 and they end at a size 11. So what if you're a 12, 13, 14, 15, or even 16? I've got brands that are going to help cater to all of those foot lengths. So some of the brands that go up to a 13 include Naturalizer, New Balance, Stuart Weitzman, Sam Edelman, and Kizik. Now for up to a size 14, Nike, Adidas, Puma, 15, Long Tall Sally, Barefoot Tess, and then I've got, even in the catalog, I've got brands that go size 16 and above. Primarily, these longer shoes can be found at retailers that cater to taller women. So let me share my picks for size 13 shoes from the different brands. Again, Naturalizer, New Balance, Stuart Weitzman, Sam Edelman, all carry a range of shoes in a size 13. For a dress shoe, I really like the Sam Edelman Felicia flat. This is their classic ballet flat. I talk about this all the time. I love this ballet flat. It never goes out of style. It's super comfortable. It does come in narrow, medium, and wide widths, as well as, like I said, up to a size 13. Okay, for the sneaker option, I'm going to give it to the Kizik Milan hands-free sneakers. These are a slip-on sneaker. They're really comfortable and really modern looking and just a cool looking sneaker that can serve as either a walking shoe or a fashion sneaker. Really like these, and like I said, they go up to a size 13. Now for sandals, I'm going to go with the Dolce Vita Iman sandals. These are also available in a wide width, and these are just a great, very casual, versatile sandal that you can wear with a variety of outfits. This is just the kind of the quintessential sandal that I think everybody needs for spring, summer. So those are your options for size 13. Now for a size 14, we've got Long Tall Sally, we've got Dolce Vita again. I was really, really impressed by, because Dolce Vita is a fashion brand that I mention all the time. Until I started researching this, I didn't realize the wide range of sizes that they had. So Dolce Vita only maker, Long Tall Sally. So for sneakers, I'm gonna pick Dolce Vita's Notice sneakers. These are one of their most popular styles. The Notice sneaker is a really trendy, fashiony, it's a great fashion sneaker style that goes with all of your outfits. It is really, really cool. So love this sneaker, love that it goes in up to a size 14. Now for a dress shoe, I'm gonna go with the Long Tall Sally. It's their patent flat slingback. This is such a pretty sleek slingback in black patent leather. It will go with everything. It will dress up your outfits, and it's just a really, really beautiful shoe. Now Long Tall Sally has a lot of shoes in this size range, so this is just my choice from it, and there are definitely other options. Now for a sandal, I'm gonna go with the Only Maker Rivet Flat Slides. These are so, so pretty. They're really comfortable. They're very on trend. They're very versatile. Now this brand, Only Maker, is very, very affordable, like in the $50 range. But most of their shoes are very, very high. However, they have a ridiculous size range. Like they go up to all the sizes and down to all the sizes. So really a great size range of fun fantasy statement making heels primarily, but I loved these rivet flat slides from Only Maker. Okay, now let's go to the other size extreme and go to small feet. Now if you've got a size like 2 to 5, some of these brands even run from 0 to 5, I've got some options for you. So Margot, Mgemi, Sarah Flint, some styles of Vionic, Zappos has some petite sizing. These are going to be, places for you to consider for smaller shoes. So now there's a brand called and a website called Pretty Small Shoes that has my sneaker pick, which is their Gold Star sneakers. I think these are super, super cute. They're a little bit reminiscent of the Golden Goose sneaker. I think these are really, really cool and a fun fashion sneaker for small feet. And they range from, I think this brand starts at a size 2. Now, for a sandal, I think this brand actually one of these brands starts at a size 0. It's the Astor Shoes Block-Heeled Sandal in silver. How pretty are these? I think these are so, so pretty. I love the thin straps across the top of the foot. I think they're just lovely. So this is a great sandal for both dressing up and dressing down a little bit, all spring and summer long. I love this one. Now for a dress shoe for really small feet, this is a brand and a website called Top Rated Shoes. These are the Kelsey Kitten-Heeled pump in suede. I think these are a really pretty, really classic pump. This is a great dress shoe for wearing to church, wearing to work, wearing to wherever you want it. And again, it comes in those really small sizes. So this is their Kelsey Kitten Heel. Okay, let's move on to wide and narrow feet. Let's start with wide feet because believe it or not, if you have wide feet, you have a lot more options than ladies with narrow feet. So brands that have extra room in like wider toe boxes and just wider feet, wider shoes in general include Vionic, Birkenstock, Naturalizer, Clarks, Monroe, Echo. Vivaia has some new wide options. A lot of brands have wide. Now the pool gets smaller when you're going to extra wide. So I'm going to show you some wide and some extra wide options. So for wide shoes, I'm going to go with the Sargasso and Gray Isabella blue suede sandal. These are so pretty as a dress shoe option. They're beautiful. It's like a pale blue suede dress sandal. It's stunning. Sargasso and Gray is a great brand for wide options. These shoes are just absolutely beautiful. For a flat sandal, there's a brand called Yours, and this is their gold leather woven fisherman sandal. I love this. I think this is such a beautiful, beautiful sandal. And it also comes in addition to wide, it comes in a triple E, so an extra wide, I guess, fit. And they're also very, very reasonable at around $50. For a sneaker, I'm going to go with the Naturalizer Medina sneaker. I really love this sneaker. This is a great sneaker for anybody. It's a great fashion sneaker. It's a great comfort sneaker. It has a wide variety of sizes and widths, and so that's why it's ending up in the width category. But this is a great pick for anybody. I love their colors. They've got cute retro styling. Just love this sneaker. Okay, so what about if you've got extra wide and 4E shoes? So again, the options narrow down a little bit. You can go, of course, with the Yours gold leather fisherman sandals again. Those do come, in an extra wide or 4E. But for my sneaker pick, I'm going to pick the Propé Travel Active Women's Sneaker in lilac. This is the color of the season, right? Like it's one of those main hot colors this season. It's their crocus sneaker, and it's so pretty. It's very, very lightweight. It's a kind of a trendy knit sneaker. These are in style right now, and Propé is a really, really great comfort brand. Now for a dress shoe, I'm going to go with the Ross Hammerson Naomi in leopard. This is a flat. It's a really beautiful flat in leopard, which is the pattern of the season and the pattern of my life. I love them. And Ross Hammerson is a great, very well established comfort brand. And this is a shoe that's designed for wide feet, extra, extra wide feet. Now for a sandal, I'm going to go for, this is a brand that I discovered called WYDR. This is their Bianca Wedge sandal. This is such a pretty sandal, and this is a great brand for those of you with wide or extra wide feet. So lots of great options. And again, these are all, this brand is, I think this shoe is about $100, but these are all fairly reasonably priced shoes, especially as compared to my last video. So lots of options here for every budget, for every size. Now we're going to go to narrow feet. And again, the pool gets smaller with narrow feet, no pun intended, like it just does. There's just not as many options, unfortunately. So, obviously with narrow feet, you want a snug fit because you want to avoid slipping. Many of you, your feet are narrow in the front and wider in the back, or wider in the front and narrow in the back. Like that's a challenge, and often can involve adding padding or like inserts to your shoes to kind of adjust the fit from the front to the back. So let's talk about the brands. Stuart Weitzman, SAS, Monroe, Margot, Bella Vita, Van Ellie. Now, Bella Vita, Van Ellie, Stuart Weitzman, and Margot, those are the brands that are my clients' go-tos for narrow feet. I have a lot of clients with narrow feet. Now, I do have one client from narrow feet has really discovered Baird and has said that they really fit her narrow feet, but her feet are like on the narrow side, not super narrow, but their customizable footbeds have really made those shoes work very, very well for her. Okay, so let me share my options for narrow feet. The Van Ellie Bridget sandal, this is such a pretty, kind of minimalist, sleek, trendy, cool sandal. Very, very pretty sandal. Very versatile. Will go with pretty much anything and everything that you're wearing. For a sneaker, I'm going to go with the Monroe Piper sneaker. This is in a size 2S, which is super slim. I think this is such a great sneaker. It's modern, it's cool, it's neutral. It will go with all the things. It's a great fashion sneaker choice. For pump, I'm going to go with a Naturalizer Everly pump in a AA narrow. So this is a great classic pump. Will go with all your clothes. Will go to church. It will go to work. It's just a great all-around pump choice. Now, if you're getting to the AAA and the quadruple A, AAA, and AAAA shoes, we're really narrowing down our options. Now, brands that have these sizes, the AAA and quadruple A, include SAS, Monroe, Bella Vita, Stuart Weitzman, Trotters, and Ross Hammerson. Now, online, when I looked, the ones that I found that had the widest selection were Monroe. So for the AAA and quadruple A, the shoes that I'm going to mention are from the brand Monroe. And I will tell you, tread lightly with Monroe, or be careful, run them by me, check in the Facebook group, because they have some really stylish shoes. I'm going to share some of them here, and then they have some shoes that are maybe not as stylish. So the first thing I want to feature is the sneaker. So the sneaker is the Monroe Clemens sneaker. Really like this sneaker. I think this is a beautiful, stylish, neutral, versatile sneaker. I think it's a great option. Now for the dress shoe, I'm going to go with the Mariana metallic sandal. It's a very, very pretty metallic sandal. Metallic is like the neutral for spring, summer. It goes with everything. So if you've got a metallic shoe in your wardrobe, you really are checking most of the boxes. And then for a dress shoe or a flat, I've got the Mila cap toe flat. Cap toe is just so elegant, so classic, so timeless, and I think this is a beautiful and stylish flat for triple narrow or quadruple narrow feet. Okay, now we're going to move on. We went through all the fit issues. Now we're going to go to the foot issues. So these are challenges you have with your feet, whether it's bunions or plantar fasciitis or Raynaud's. I'm going to cover the ones that I hear the most often from you guys in this video. So I'm going to start with bunions, because bunions are the thing I think that plagues the largest number of women. Like, so many women struggle with bunions, and it's just really going to create a little bit more width at the front of your foot, but it's also going to create pain if you're not wearing the right shoes. And obviously obviously we don't want that. No one's gonna feel stylish if their feet hurt. Like, you're not gonna feel stylish and you're not gonna feel confident if your feet are killing you. So this is why I did this deep dive. I really want you to find shoes that are stylish, but also comfortable. So let's talk about, with Bunions, you want a wide toe box, you want soft, stretchable materials. There are a lot of brands making shoes specifically for women with bunions. And then brands that just have bunion options. So Vionic, Soft Walk, Frankie 4, Atrax, Orthofeet, Soul Bliss, Cala, just a lot of bunion friendly shoes. Now, I'm going to share some of my favorites. So for a sandal, the Cala, look at this. This is so pretty. The Cala Daisy Metallic Platform Sandal. How pretty is this? Like, no one needs to know or care that you've got a bunion friendly shoe on. Like, it doesn't matter when there are brands that are making shoes that are this pretty. And it's just a beautiful dress sandal for all of your events for spring, summer. You can wear this to a wedding. You can wear it to Easter. You can wear it to church. Like, it's just a beautiful, beautiful sandal that also happens to be really comfortable and bunion friendly. Now, for a sneaker, I'm going to go with the Soul Bliss Sprint sneaker. I love this with a stripe. It comes in denim. It comes in a couple of different colors, but it's just a great like neutral and wearable and fashion sneaker that you could dress up and, not dress up, but you can wear with outfits and you can wear with casual clothes as well. So really, really like that one. Now, for like a dress shoe, I'm going to go with the Sargasso and Gray Faith double strap Mary Jane slingback. I think this is so pretty. It's a beautiful, this is like the shoe of the season, the shoe of the last couple of seasons, honestly. It's these double strap Mary Jane slingbacks. The straps really keep them on your feet. This is a really comfortable style that a lot of women can wear. And so you've got that fun, contemporary, stylish look. Very, very versatile shoe style, but it's bunion friendly. So can't beat that, right? Okay, now I'm going to move on to plantar fasciitis. So if you've got I know I'm saying this wrong. I know I'm saying plantar fasciitis. Fasciitis? I don't know. If you've got plantar fasciitis, you need arch support, you need cushioning, and you need shock absorption, right? So some of the brands that offer this include Ufos, Hoka, Vionic, Brooks, Nayat, Dansko, and so I'm going to share some of my favorites here. Now, for a sandal, I'm going to go with the Nayat Santa Barbara sandal. This is their answer to the Birkenstock sandal. I really like it, especially in metallic. This is a trending sandal style right now, is this type of like Birkenstock style sandal. This is Nayat's answer to it, like I said, and it's a great option for those of you with plantar fasciitis. The Vionic sneaker that I'm going to feature, Vionic is a great brand for those of you with plantar fasciitis, and they've got some great sneakers. But the one I want to talk about today is the Winnie. I think this is the cutest sneaker. It comes in leopard. It comes in a variety of colors and a variety of patterns. It comes in leopard, but I really like it in linen canvas for spring, summer. This is a nice light neutral. This is a great fashion sneaker. It will go with a lot of different outfits, and it's just a modern take on a sneaker. And again, it's PF, plantar fasciitis. I'm just going to say PF from now on. PF friendly. Okay, for a dressier shoe, I'm going to go with Atrax Summer Wedge Espadrille. This is such a great, comfortable espadrille that really works for those of you with plantar fasciitis. I will say that many of these shoes were crowdsourced, and I'm going to indicate which ones came from community members and clients just like you. I'm going to indicate that in the blog post, but this is one of the shoes that came up again and again, the Atrax Summer Wedge Espadrille. It's just a great espadrille, very, very comfortable and very stylish. Okay, let's go to Hammertoes. So if you've got Hammertoes, means that your one of your toes is like bent up, so it really does make finding the right pair of shoes a challenge. You're going to benefit from flexible, deep toe box shoes. Brands that make shoes that are good for Hammertoes include Soft Walk, Atrax, Propay, Ultra, Vivaia. So let's start with my first pick. It's the Vivaia Margot Flats. Now, these really come up in a lot of Reddit threads and a lot of directories and everything when we're talking about hammer toe shoes, and it's also come up from a couple of members of my community as well. So the Margot Flats from Vivaia, I love these. They're such a stylish shoe. They're breathable, they're comfortable, they're walkable, and they're very, because of the flexible material, they're very comfortable for those of you with hammer toes. Now for a sneaker, I'm going to go with the Relay from Orthofeet. This is such a pretty peachy color that is very on trend for spring, summer, but the Relay is a great, sleek, stylish sneaker. It's kind of a hybrid between a workout shoe and a fashion sneaker, but it's a great choice for those of you with hammer toes. Now, for a sandal, I'm going to go with the Soul Bliss Walker sandal. This is such a pretty, kind of like an espadrille style flat form sandal. Very, very pretty, neutral, will go with a wide variety of outfits this spring and summer, and gives you enough room in the front so that it's really comfortable for those of you with hammer toes. Okay, let's move on to arthritis. This is one of the complaints I get a lot, is a lot of women have arthritis, and if you've got arthritis, you need cushioned, supportive shoes because you want to reduce joint strain, right? You want that support, you want that cushiony sole. So brands that have arthritis-friendly shoes, there are a lot of them, but Mephisto, New Balance, FitFlop, Dr. Comfort. So for my first pick is the New Balance 327 as the arthritis friendly sneaker. I love the New Balance 327s. This is a trendy, stylish sneaker that will go with all of your outfits and just make everything look cooler. And they are very, very cushiony and very arthritis friendly. Had probably 7 or 8 of you reach out to me about these sneakers for arthritis feet. Now for a sandal, I'm going to go with the Vionic Poppy sandal. I love this sandal. This is a cool like slide on sandal that's really cushy at the top. It's very, very comfortable, very arthritis friendly. It's a cool style that is trending right now, and it's just a great pick for a sandal for those of you with arthritis. Now for a dress shoe, I'm going to go with the Soul Bliss Venus Cap Toe. I've included a cap toe in several of these roundups because I think it's just such a great timeless style that kind of elevates and adds interest to everything you're wearing. So I love the Venus Cap Toe from Soul Bliss, and it's very arthritis friendly. Okay, now for neuropathy. If you've got neuropathy, I actually just did a roundup for a client who just wanted a bunch of shoe options that were a little bit dressier because she's a speaker, but she also has neuropathy in her feet and really, really needs that comfort. So you want soft, seamless interiors and good support. Brands like OrthoFeet, Drew Shoes, Skechers, Skechers Arch Fit, and ProPay are all going to have neuropathy friendly shoes. So for a sandal, I would go with the ABO Avenue Strap. This is a really pretty simple, it does have a Velcro strap at the top, which really is kind of starting to trend, but it's still sleek and simple and versatile. I especially like it in the metallic. I think the metallic version of this is the way to go. It's the most stylish, and this is just a beautiful sandal that's going to go with all your outfits. Now for a sneaker, I'm going to go with ABO again, their Encore sneaker. This is a simple fashion sneaker style in white. It's, you know, it's pretty basic but pretty simple. Will go with all of your outfits. Very easy to style with everything. And then for a dress shoe, I'm going to go, I love this style so much, the Cala Maria. It's a flat in a white, like a mix of light neutrals, including white. This is such a pretty flat that you can dress up easily, and you can also wear with your casual outfit. So great option for Cala from for those of you with neuropathy in your feet. Okay, final category is Raynaud's. I have a client with Raynaud's, and I know many of you struggle with Raynaud's as well. So this is going to get you some stylish options that are insulated and warm, and they accommodate your like circulation issues if you have Raynaud's. So brands like UGG, Sorel, Boggs, Merrell. You know I love Sorel. Like I think Sorel is one of the best in terms of like cool comfort boots and shoes. Uggs for the coziness, but I've got a couple of options here from other brands. So the crowd favorite in this category for Raynaud's is the Vivaia round toe embroidered loafers. This is their Audrey loafer. This came from a few different people in my community, but this is a great, like these knit uppers are really, really great for those of you with Raynaud's. Now for a flat, I'm going to go with the Cherix slip-on. This is a really soft, seamless kind of style that really molds to your foot from Cherix, and I really like the kind that like are trimmed in a different color, but they have a wide range of colors and even patterns and metallics in the Cherix slip-on, and they're said to be ridiculously comfortable. Now for a sneaker, I'm going to go with the Soul Bliss Halo sneaker. I especially like this in the silver leather with the black stripe. I think this is such a cool look and such a cool sneaker. So if you've already got that white sneaker box checked for spring, summer, consider the Soul Bliss Halo sneaker in silver leather with black stripe. Like I think that's going to be a very, very cool, like metallic and dark neutral together in a sneaker. Just 10 out of 10, and very Raynaud's friendly. So that's it, a wrap up of several of the foot issues that I hear from you guys most often, and some brands that can help address those issues. Now, many of these brands have more styles than obviously than the ones that I mentioned here. And in some brands, I would say most of their styles, like brands like Cala and Soul Bliss, many of their styles are absolutely lovely, so choose the style that you like most. Other brands like Propay and Monroe, I would say tread carefully, tread lightly, like Check With Me. Those are Check With Me brands. I found some of my favorite styles from those brands, but if you've got any questions about what styles look modern, which ones are going to be the most versatile, which ones are going to be the most stylish for your outfits, pop into one of my Facebook groups, one of my free Facebook groups. They're always linked in the description box below, and ask. I like Propay, and I didn't need any of the styles that you mentioned. What about this style? And I am happy to answer those questions for you in that Facebook group. So I hope that you found my exhaustive shoe videos helpful, and that I answered some of your questions and maybe introduced you to a new brand or two that you can choose and look into for finding solutions to whatever foot or fit issues ail you. So love you guys so much. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give it a like and subscribe so we can keep hanging out. I'll see you in the next one.